This is the Snowbiz Now Entertainment Network. Hello and welcome to Action Equals Life, the companion series to the website actionequalslife.com. I'm your host, Nicholas Snow. The purpose of the website is expressing the truth of our lives and transforming the planet. I am at one of the sessions on one of the days of ICAAP, the 9th annual ICAAP, which stands for the International Congress on AIDS in the Asia and the Pacific, or something like that. At any rate, walking over to the session that's about to start, I said to our guest, "Hello, I'm Nicholas," and you said?
Nicholas Snow.
And I said, "How did you know that?"
Because I'm a member of your website.
That is so exciting, the way that happened, and it wasn't planned, it wasn't rehearsed, it was serendipitous and, from my perspective, higher powered. Yeah. How did you first learn about the website?
Through some HIV and AIDS activists that I'm friends with that live in the Bangkok area.
Well, thank you for honoring me with your membership of the website, and it's together that we're making a difference, not only what we do individually, but how we are uniting on the internet. Please tell me a little bit about your personal story. Tell the viewers your name and what's brought you to this place in your life.
My name is Qasim. I'm an HIV positive person, been positive for about 10 years. Grew up in the United States, but currently living in Pakistan and working there as an HIV activist as well as a gay activist, trying to help the transgender and the gay community that is currently living in Pakistan. Makes it very difficult to do my job over there, just simply because the laws are very, very strict. Even if you are known to be a homosexual, punishment can be life imprisonment to stoning to death. So very, very strict laws over there.
Now, you mentioned that before this interview began, and I said, well, I shouldn't interview you and put you on the internet, and you said to me,
fortunately, I come from an influential family where in Pakistan, if you have the right contacts within the government and even within the civil society, nobody can touch you. It's very weird. I mean, the laws are there, but they're really for the underprivileged. For example, alcohol is illegal in Pakistan. You cannot consume or purchase alcohol. However, in the upper class, I think everybody drinks over there. I mean, what I even told you earlier as we were walking over here, I could even probably commit murder and nobody's going to be able to. I mean, that's just something very unfortunate, actually, about Pakistan, because the poor people end up suffering from that because they get, the police is constantly after them, the authorities are constantly after them for the smallest things. Whereas if you belong to the upper class, you're able to get away with murder.
Are there regular crackdowns on the gay people in Pakistan, and to what extent are people fearing for their lives just being themselves?
Well, you have to be very, very careful. Of course, in Pakistan, since alcohol is illegal, we don't really have any gay bars as such, or any formal meeting places where gay people can meet. However, most of the time you meet through the internet, through the websites, the gay social networking websites, and when you do meet each other, it's usually in a private home or an apartment or a place like that, usually not in a public place. So there are crackdowns, but there are certain areas which are known for male sex work. So the police does go there, crack down. However, the police is so corrupt. I mean, you just give them a few dollars, maybe even $1 or $2, and they'll leave you alone.
You know, this speaks to the whole complexity of fighting HIV and AIDS, and as it relates to class and to gender and to culture. We could speak, well, the whole conference is addressing those issues,
yes.
But for For you, what are some of the solutions that you envision and that you're part of?
Well, a lot of advocacy. I think people need to be sensitized about the gay lifestyle, about the gay culture. Because there's too many stereotypes that we need to break. And especially in Pakistan, it becomes very difficult because we have a very religious culture, a very Islamic culture. So it is very difficult to even talk to people about an alternate lifestyle. The way majority of the people over there are, they basically believe if something is not of what the norm is, then they're not very accepting of it. We just need to talk to them, sensitize them as much as possible. I mean, it's amazing, you know, in our neighboring country, India, they were able to achieve gay rights just a month or two ago, which is something even the United States has not gotten yet. So if a third world country like India can do it, maybe there's still hope for us.
Now, are you a dual citizen?
I was an American citizen. My passport was taken away once I was HIV positive.
Oh my God. So speak to your thoughts about travel restrictions.
Well, that is state-sponsored stigma and discrimination, if you ask me. And America, of all the countries who tries to be the big daddy as far as human rights is concerned all over the world, when they try to stop me from coming to the United States now, you know, I don't. Where does the human rights go then? Last year, I was invited by Secretary General Ban Ki-moon for a very high-level meeting at the United Nations headquarters in New York City. I applied for a visa and requested a waiver, an HIV waiver, and it was declined, even though I had an invitation letter signed by Ban Ki-moon himself. So, I mean, it's really a shame. You know, these travel restrictions. Another thing is, I'm a Muslim. I was born a Muslim. Saudi Arabia is another country where I cannot travel to. My place of holy pilgrimage, where I'm supposed to go, I'm not allowed to go perform that, just simply because I'm HIV positive. So I really do call this a state-sponsored stigma and discrimination. It's very unfair and unfortunate.
In the broader human rights issue, speak to how Muslims are stereotyped and how you respond to that in your own life.
Well, you know, Muslims are stereotyped usually as terrorists, and yes, we do have a very small, you know, that's a small, very, very tiny segment of our society. But an average Muslim is not a terrorist. It's actually a very peace-loving person. I totally blame the media for this, because when I turn on CNN, when I'm overseas, I turn on CNN or I turn on BBC, I see a Pakistan. When they show Pakistan, they show these dry, deserted mountains with men wearing turbans and long beards and holding big machine guns and Kalashnikovs, and I've never seen that Pakistan. I mean, if you come to Pakistan, it's a beautiful place, a very modern place. I mean, Islamabad is a gorgeous green valley surrounded by the Himalayan mountains. My house is actually right on the edge of the mountains. And I mean, it's just a beautiful, gorgeous place. So the whole stereotype, not only of Muslims, but also of certain countries like Pakistan, is completely wrong. Westerners are usually very surprised when they land in Pakistan, because that's not the Pakistan that they're expecting.
In our final 30 seconds, how do you maintain your courage and your hope?
I maintain my courage and my hope just simply by being positive. I mean, thinking positively and living a very positive lifestyle. If I start thinking that I can't do this and I can't do that, I'm not going to be able to do anything.
I want to really thank you so much. I feel like it's so serendipitous that we met. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicholas.
And I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm just so inspired, because this singular video really connects all the dots of my personal activism. and I thank you for being a part of it. Create a profile at actionequalslife.com. Thanks again. This is the Snowbiz Now Entertainment Network.